fiction, which is already becoming a reality, how to open the green door to the future, the net profit of a clear country, and it is possible to prevent global warming. Alternative energy sources, unique technologies, and what you never knew existed. Life Science, watch it now. In the kitchen, the breakfast stove gave a hissing sigh and ejected from its warm interior 8 pieces of perfectly browned toast. Today is August the 4th, 2026, said a second voice from the kitchen ceiling. Insurance is payable, as are the water, gas and light bills. The weather box on the front door sang quietly, "Rain, rain, go away, only raincoats for today." From Ray Bradbury, The Martian Chronicles. Today in the program, how a fairy tale became true. The innovator knows, if not all, then a lot. I'm not a magician, I'm just learning. An intellectual exercise for the city. The first project is a comfortable city. It involves mobility, environmental friendliness, safety, and a high quality of service. What does asphalt tell us about? Smart cities are not always technological things. It's not always sensors, it's not always devices and big data. What does Astana teach us? He, at the direction of the Prime Minister of the country, flew especially to see how the city was built. The mighty internet, robot bar attendants, intelligent parking, take-out pizza and virtual concierge service. When the road charges with energy and the metropolis has its own opinion, it's a smart city. This suit is not just tailor-made. It moves, argues with opponents, and there is no magic. 6 Innovation Forum in Almaty.
Thank you very much.
Looking into the face, or more precisely, in the tablet of the Israeli futurist Roy Tsitzanit, is easy to believe in the future he shows us. Unmanned taxis, drones delivering pizza, robots, and not only in the role of moderators of sessions, but also already a real thing. Here is another one who meets the guests at the entrance. The innovator knows, if not all, then a lot. I'm not a magician, I'm just learning. The robot has an extensive universal linguistic base. He can have a conversation on any topic. This base will be constantly updated. Some things, if he does not know, he turns to the internet. Actually, not only robots do so. According to statistics, half the world's people receive information from the worldwide network. So the wizard, who is still learning, thanks to the internet, can discuss the score of a football match, read poems, tell us about expo pavilions, where it's better to relax this summer, and what is included in the concept of smart cities. We presented this on the forum, the Promo Robot, the main purpose of which is to entertain people. Today we're advertising the forum itself because this is innovation, and we are part of these innovations. Innovations and already real solutions thanks to which Kazakhstani cities should gain intellect. The first project is a comfortable city. It involves mobility, environmental friendliness, safety, and high quality of service, both in state bodies and in the private sector. For example, a similar robot can work in any large office or bank. The robot can accept payment from you, accept the application, act as an electronic queue. There you can scan your identity and immediately send it to the right manager. Or he can give you some document you need right away. And this droid, a copy of R2-D2 from Star Wars, is created for completely earthly purposes. It helps to carry juice and water. Well, what is a smart city? This is a complex of systems within large cities. Accordingly, the robot can become part of this ecosystem. The station, the airport, the metro, I don't know, any places, even the mall. The robot is part of the interaction with us.
Свободные места, да, даже ТРЦ. То есть робот – это часть взаимодействия с кем? С нами, с обывателями.
However, not only robots were at the forum. A modem that collects data from meters and sends them to utility centers, online payment systems, and most importantly, the smart city project of Almaty were presented. Almaty is a city of young people, a city of new ideas. In the metropolis, we create good infrastructure for innovative solutions. Almaty takes our direction in order to become a smart city. Of course, we don't do it the same way as in other countries, but at least there are prerequisites and directions that are available. For example, if you look at something like this on such streets as Al-Farabi, we have interactive LED displays which indicate exactly the speed of the flow, the density of flow, temperature and humidity. An important component of smart life is the roads, most of which led to Astana this summer, the World Congress of Scientists. And let's hear advice from the Nobel laureate.
Urgent attention is the transport arrangement.
Moreover, the world already has interesting solutions. When asphalt watches you, these wonderful roads are illuminated. When dark, recharged by traffic, monitor traffic conditions and warn drivers about dangerous areas, even forecasting the weather. In addition, a special compound is added to the road surface which prevents the formation of ice. The energy of incoming wind, which is formed when a car moves, can be collected with the help of micro-turbines which are installed in the bumpers. There is one of these bands on the high-speed highway which serves to charge electric vehicles. Accordingly, it turns out to be a very beautiful tandem. On one hand, traveling cars create energy, which means that these wind generators are being produced, which is fed, among other things, to these bands for charging an electric vehicle. Moreover, innovative highways already exist in the UK, USA and the Netherlands. An electric cable is stretched under the strip, which further creates an electromagnetic field by which the electric car battery is charged. I must say that such projects already exist in England. There is already a highway on which such technology is being implemented. And technology is constantly being improved. Here, for example, road self-improvement. The Dutch inventors proposed adding steel microfibers to the asphalt. Under the influence of electromagnetic induction, they heat up, and microcracks are tightening themselves. There's no need for endless repair work. Or, for example, the smart pavement. The Spanish inventors came up with the special sensors mounted in the tiles that determine the presence of people and transmit information to other tiles, monitoring systems and cars. The city will never be completed. It will constantly demonstrate, test and apply new materials, technologies and systems. It will be a city that caters to people and serves them, according to Walt Disney. One of the most famous smart city projects is the EPFC, experimental prototype of the future community. It was invented by the famous animator Walt Disney himself. It is important to understand that smart cities are not always technological things. It's not always about sensors or devices. Here, everything is under control and in harmony. Industry and nature, humans and science. There's always a moderate climate. There are no natural disasters and absolutely no chaos. Cars rush on underground routes. In the city, there are only pedestrians and a monorail. But to realize his dream, Disney did not have time. And after his death in 1966, the company decided to abandon the project. Now in place of the fantastic EPFC, we have Disneyland. And the very concept of smart cities was formed only in the late 20th century. A smart city is not just one thing, it's a whole complex, a set of tools. Besides, it's the interactivity of the city, which may include the internet, 3D visualizations of the city.
Также, как вы говорите, может интернет-портал, 3D-визуализация города в это может быть входить.
Leading megacities are moving, as we know, from service cities to innovative smart cities. You can build a new city and immediately equip it with all possible technology. But how to become smart for a metropolis with centuries-old history, this is a real problem. Austria, Vienna. Water here can be drunk directly from the tap. It is one of the most perfect transport systems in the world. It organically links public transport, railways and private cars. In addition, the capital of Austria is one of the leaders in the use of solar energy. By 2020, 300,000 square meters of solar collectors will be installed. And the new buildings, according to the idea of the city authorities, will provide themselves with energy.
So smart cities and energy efficiency, green technologies are not two different streams. They are interconnected ideas.
And another story from another part of the world, India, Jaipur.
The ancient city of kings, beautiful palaces and temples and tradition, history, deeply rooted. At the same time, the whole city is the showcase of India's smart city.
And a small city by the standards of India, 500,000 strong Agra. Also in the list of future smart cities. 3 years ago, the country started the program, 100 smart cities.
Smart cities are important as a large number of Indians come from the villages to the cities to find jobs and become economically viable. So this migration is a lot of people, and when so many people come in, that increases the congestion of living in the cities. It makes traffic and roads busier, and the trick is to find people jobs in the places they are in, and that is the whole idea of smartening the country.
But for now, it's the big cities that are the examples for imitation, reality beyond fiction. And here's a little story from real life. I flew to Kazakhstan on an airplane, and the Prime Minister of Andhra Pradesh was sitting with me. This is South India. And I say, what's the reason for your visit? It turned out that the honored guest was flying to the capital of Kazakhstan to gain experience. He said the Prime Minister told him they now have divided this state into two and there'll be a new state capital. He said before you start building the capital, you have to go to Astana and see how they build their capital there. Then you'll build your capital. And India knows how to build and learn. The government of the country intends to invest in the cities of the future more than $1 billion. India today, at the expense of its colossal human resources and relatively cheap workforce, is, of course, at the forefront in IT technology, software.
Дешевых относительно рабочей силы, она сегодня, конечно, на передовые выходит и в IT-технологиях, программных технологиях и так далее.
The basic infrastructure of a smart city is affordable housing, efficient urban mobility, public transport, and its models in the Pavilion of India. Only the comprehensive internet can cope with the chaos on the roads, experts say.
People today waste a lot of time traveling to work. If there is too much traffic on the road, you spend sometimes 2 hours from home to the office, and that is a waste of people's time and their productivity.
Increase the productivity of labor and make life more comfortable. Firstly, you need to get the key, though not golden but energetic. With its help, the door to the city of the future will open. Your future is already in sights in Germany. The motto of the pavilion is "Energy is on the right track," and one can really walk down this path in reality. There are the roads and future of renewable energy. Right on the floor of the pavilion, we can aspire to the intelligent balance of a smart city. This table is a system that transfers energy from the producer to the consumer, and in this device, you need to keep balance, and thereby you will succeed.
И в этом устройстве нужно держать баланс, то есть балансировать, вот, и тем самым можно достичь, конечно, успеха.
Keep the table in its original position, more precisely the balance and the production of energy and its consumption, it's very difficult. And best of all, the game involves several people. And in this mysterious door, you can get through by using the power key, a house that can think. Thanks to motion sensors, the house recognizes if its hosts are at home or not. If they are home, it turns on the light. The heating system reacts even to boiling pans. It saves time and energy. It's an automated system. For example, if you're at home and the sun shines, the blinds automatically close.
Если вы находитесь дома, светит солнышко, и жалюзи автоматически закрываются.
Such pleasant things for life are the necessary attributes of a smart city. And this is not just a smart city, it's the Principality of Monaco. This is a sea full of peace. Even though it's high-tech, visitors are immersed into Monaco's reality. Although virtual reality, the presented film shows that the future is already here, and a lot of effort and money is invested into it. Only on the development of intelligence this year, the country will spend 8 million euros. Semipalatinsk, school number 29. Only a few months left until Expo 2017. And a student of the 11th grade, Ruslan Baybasarov, dreams of getting there. However, he does not just dream. He's prepared for the upcoming event with full responsibility. During the competition of innovative technologies, the organizers of the exhibition became interested in his project. I would like to participate and see what people are doing right now. I would be pleased if my invention was approved, and I would show with pleasure these new ideas that can be realized. Some new ideas, new solutions to problems of the cities.
Я бы как показал бы с удовольствием бы другим людям, что посмотрели бы, что вообще можно сделать, как бы и новые идеи, какие-то новые мысли, новые решения проблем.
And here it is, the invention itself. How to make a smart window or an installation to regulate the microclimate. The essence of it lies in the fact that it can open a window itself instead of by a person. Now I'll show you. See, the temperature rises right now, and when it reaches 24 degrees, it opens. Now, as the classroom is ventilated, the temperature will decrease and then it'll close again. By the time of filming, the smart window has been running for several months in the classrooms, and quite successfully. In the classroom, if you do not open the window, the temperature easily can reach 30. Plus, the computers also contribute to the temperature in the room. And with this installation, you can get it to 24 to 25 degrees and allows you to work comfortably in the classroom. Ruslan's invention is a small brick inside a sensible city, an innovative life hack. The smart city is a palette of these innovative life hacks that really help. Another example, take manhole covers, one of the proposals that emerged on the Innovative Forum, a mobile application in which users themselves track the fate of cast iron covers on the roads. The residents themselves should take part in a smart city, yes, in the formation of a smart city. And life hacks will become more global, parking spaces that report availability and tariffs. Buildings that exist at maximum self-sufficiency contribute to a sensible usage of water consumption, electricity, and harmful emissions. Therefore, living conditions are improving. Specialists can provide services at a distance, medical, social, and commercial, in an environment close to reality. Connected education, knowledge without borders, electronic control in schools. These things already exist in the Kazakh capital and in other cities of the country. Now available in the top 3 smartest cities are Astana, Almaty, and Shymkent. And there'll be even more. when comfort is simply a norm of life.